And I'm also going to be talking about that idiot Jeremy Corbyn forming a new left-wing charity called Jezbollah. I thought that was funny.
Jeremy Corbyn reveals what Keir Starmer said before the vote. Jim Davidson reacts. You're not going to believe this. Jeremy Corbyn, the former Labour leader, has just revealed something Keir Starmer told him before a crucial vote. And it didn't take long for Jim Davidson to jump in with his own explosive reaction. This wasn't just another political disagreement. This was a rare peek behind the curtain into the private words exchanged between two of Labour's most divisive figures. And the way Davidson weighed in only poured fuel on the fire. So what exactly did Corbyn say? And why is everyone suddenly talking about Starmer's private comments? The revelation came during a candid interview where Jeremy Corbyn was pressed on his relationship with Keir Starmer. We all know their history. Corbyn, the left-wing populist leader who pushed Labour into a new direction, and Starmer, the man who later took over, promising to rebuild and reshape the party. The tension between them has always been there, simmering just beneath the surface. But this time, Corbyn decided to make it public. He claimed that before one of Labour's most high-stakes votes, Starmer privately pulled him aside and gave him words that shocked even him. According to Corbyn, Starmer leaned in and essentially said, "We need unity for this one, no public fighting. Whatever happens, stand with me tonight." Now, to some, that might sound harmless, even reasonable. But Corbyn framed it differently. He suggested that Starmer was more concerned about appearances, about optics, than about the actual principles of the vote itself. And that, in Corbyn's telling, is where the heart of the problem lies. It didn't take long for reactions to erupt. Within hours, social media was buzzing. Some accused Starmer of playing politics instead of standing on conviction. Others said Corbyn was simply stirring trouble, another attempt to undermine Starmer's leadership. One tweet read, "So Starmer begged Corbyn to stay quiet? That says everything about how shaky Labour's leadership really is." Another fired back, "Corbyn's bitter, plain and simple. Starmer's just doing what any leader would do to keep order." But then came Jim Davidson. The comedian, never one to hold back, gave his take in a YouTube rant that quickly went viral. With his usual sharp delivery, Davidson said, "So here's Corbyn saying Starmer begged him for unity. Well, isn't that politics in a nutshell? These people aren't fighting for you, they're fighting to protect their own image." That line, "they're fighting to protect their own image," cut straight through the noise. And it resonated with people who are already skeptical about politics. Commentators quickly jumped on it. One political analyst wrote, "Davidson's comments matter because he speaks to an audience that feels disillusioned. When he says Starmer cared more about appearances, it echoes what a lot of voters are already thinking." Even some Labour insiders quietly admitted the episode didn't look good. One MP was quoted as saying, "If Corbyn's version of events is true, then it's another reminder that Keir still hasn't fully convinced people he stands for something bigger than party management." Now, let's not forget the bigger picture here. Keir Starmer has tried to present himself as the steady hand, the professional, the statesmanlike leader who can restore Labour's credibility. But revelations like this one, they chip away at that image. If voters start to believe he's more interested in appearances than principles, that's dangerous territory. Because Labour's pitch to the public has always been about trust that they're different from the Conservatives, trust that they'll lead with honesty. But when even Jeremy Corbyn, the man who once led the party, is suggesting otherwise, that trust wobbles. And what about Corbyn? Well, critics argue he's still bitter, still trying to remain relevant by taking swipes at his successor. Supporters, though, say he's exposing the truth that Starmer has abandoned Labour's roots for polished presentation. It's a battle not just of policy, but of identity. What should Labour really be? The grassroots working-class movement that Corbyn tried to revive, or the slick, modernized machine Starmer is building? That's the real fight here. Jim Davidson's role in all of this might seem unusual, but it's important. Because comedians, commentators, outsiders, they often have the freedom to say what ordinary people are thinking without worrying about political careers. Davidson distilled it into one brutal message: politicians are more interested in their own image than in you. And whether you love him or hate him, that message hit a nerve. So, where does this leave us? For Starmer, it's another challenge to his credibility. Can he convince people he's motivated by principle, not just optics? For Corbyn, it's a reminder that his voice, though diminished, can still disrupt the labor machine. And for Davidson, he's once again shown that a sharp outsider comment can sometimes cut deeper than any speech from Parliament. The real question is this: was Corbyn's revelation just a personal gripe, or did he just expose the way politics really works behind closed doors? Because if this is only the beginning, then you have to wonder, how much deeper does it go?